When I think of the word authenticity, what really comes to mind to me is the severity of the disease. A lot of people tend to bounce around from treatment center to treatment center thinking that, oh, that I have another shot, or I can just get high here and then I can go to detox and go into another facility, when the reality is that people are dying out there. And the reality is that alcoholism tends to be this slow kind of disease that kills you over time, but what we've noticed now is that heroin, meth, opiates, benzos, all these new forms of drugs have become really predominant, and that causes the burnout factor to happen a lot younger, like it did in my case. I ended up homeless. I couldn't keep a needle out of my arm. I was a liar, a cheat, a thief, and I just didn't want to live that way anymore. It wasn't even necessarily that I wanted to be sober, I just didn't want to live the way I was living anymore, and that gave me the willingness to try to overcome. And I think that's what's really authentic about what we're trying to do here. When we're thinking in terms of our clients, I want them to understand that sobriety is not the end of their life, it's really just the beginning. What I found when I came in is I thought that friendships were ending, I thought relationships were ending, I thought any joy or fun that I was really having in my life was coming to an end. And what I began to realize as I started to get sober is that I was taking on characteristics that I had never felt or had within myself. Focusing primarily on my ability to be loyal, to be accountable, to suit up and show up, to be a hard worker, to be a real good friend, to be a good son to my mom and dad. Going through that process, I thought that I was doing all of those things, but really I was being selfish.
Biggest factors in being successful in your recovery are going to be being humble and a willingness to do whatever it takes. It gives you a chance to lay down at the end of the day knowing that you did everything you could. You put in 100% effort into becoming a better person. That's what we teach here at Coastline.
I have struggled for years and years and years, and I have found the solution. And for me, the solution is about brotherhood. It's about believing in each other, having compassion and empathy, and that we can have an amazing life. That's what you get to experience here at Coastline.
Yes, we can be accountable as a staff to our clients, and yes, we can be accountable as these authoritative figures, but what we're really trying to make happen here is accountability amongst the clients themselves. We really want the other clients to come to them as peers and invoke a sense of true accountability on a peer level.
Some of us are not really sure what we want, we just don't want what we've had. The experience here is basically life on a small scale. I mean, we learn how to walk through fear, we learn how to work together, we learn how to ask for help. Experiential therapy plays a big part in that, in hopes that they continue to do that once they leave here.
In the experiential program, we are doing physical activities every day, get the blood flowing. Our purpose and our goal is to make this the last treatment facility these clients will ever go to. this point, we understand that anxiety and depression are some of the leading causes of continued drug and alcohol usage. What better way to overcome that than to get out in the beautiful sunny Southern California, do some hikes, get in the water, and get fit at the same time.
You really have to be able to have that sense of integrity and that sense of accountability to yourself. I really think that the focus on a higher power and a sense of fellowship in AA and a sense of commitment to coming back and being a part of our alumni program and focusing on giving back what was so freely given to you, that's what's the most important to me. The brotherhood is a sense of community. It's an empowering force that is greater than the power of oneself. As a team, we can accomplish amazing things. And I think knowing that the person next to you is going to be able to pick you up and carry you through whatever you're going through gives you a sense of empowerment to not quit. If we come together, if we create fellowship, we create brotherhood, our likelihood of long-term sobriety is much greater.